These fragrances are almost too good to be true. When I sit down and I think about it and I smell these and I wear these, sometimes it's just like, man, I'm so glad this is a thing because it's so good that it's just a little bit surprising. You know, when you start diving further into this hobby, you realize that there are some truly incredible smelling things out there. I mean, it's easy to look at it on the surface level and smell all of the just clean, musky, soapy scents that are, you know, relatively simple. Nothing wrong with that either. I love my fresh, clean scents. But when you really start diving in and really getting into it, man, some of these are just absolutely incredible. And it's amazing that a group of people were able to sit down and formulate these from scratch. Like, it really is pretty cool. So if you're looking for something fun, exciting, and unique, you know, I think this video is going to offer that for you. It's going to be a lot of options here that are just really, really solid. And of course, everybody's taste is going to be different. So hopefully you find something in here that you really like, and I think you will. The first one is the new Hugo Boss Bottled Absolute. This is probably going to go down as one of the better releases of the year. The stuff is incredible. You know, it's kind of similar to Boss Bottled Elixir a little bit, but this one is, well, it's kind of like that, but just a little bit more intense even. It's got patchouli, incense, myrrh, and leather. This is wonderful. This is a fantastic release that retails for $140, already hitting discounters for around $90 to $100. We're talking 100 ml here. So yeah, pretty quickly, you're already starting to get a respectable price off of retail. And personally, I think this one is so good that retail isn't completely insane. But especially for $90 to $100, that is a phenomenal purchase price, in my opinion, given what this one brings to the table, which is a complex, rich, unique, and full-bodied wearing experience. I mean, this stuff is everything I'm looking for in a designer scent as far as something unique, something different. One thing I will say, this is the type of scent where every time I smell it, it just gets better. That doesn't happen all the time. There have been plenty of scents where you smell it once and it's not all that good, and you smell it again and it's still not all that good. Or maybe you smell something once and you just love it. It's the best thing ever. You smell it again, you still love it, right? Sometimes it can just be kind of a one and done. You make up your mind off that first smell and it doesn't really change. This is one where when I wear it, each time I discover another little facet about this one that I didn't really pick up on before that just makes me even more intrigued about it. I just keep wanting to go back to it. I keep wanting to smell it. And I think that is the sign of a unique, well done, well blended scent. They hit the nail on the head with Hugo Boss Bottled Absolute. This stuff is incredible. Definitely worth checking out. There's been a few really good releases this year. This is definitely one of them. And this kind of came towards the tail end. So, you know, don't gloss over this one. This is definitely one to look into. Next up, we have Amouage Interlude 53 Extrait. So on discounters, you're looking at $230 to $250, which isn't completely crazy. It's actually a lot of times more affordable than Reflection 45 Extrait, which is actually a bit surprising. Now, I think Reflection has a little bit of an inflated price on it right now at a lot of the discounters. Not always, I guess, but sometimes just it's a bit more popular. This Interlude isn't as popular, but it is still really good. Now, if you don't like the original Interlude, it's safe to say you're not going to like this either. So please don't buy this full bottle wise if you don't like the original, because I mean, this is just the original, but even more crazy strong. It's got incense, opopanax, smoke, leather, some amber in here as well. I mean, this stuff is just absolutely crazy strong, very heavy, very dense, smoky, resinous, rich, powerful. You know, the original already is all of those things pretty much, but this one is all of those things just amped up even more, coming in at an extrait concentration compared to an eau de parfum. So is this going to be necessary for everyone? You know, probably not. If you already have the eau de parfum and that's plenty strong for you, then you're probably good with that. But if you just want to take it to the next level, this is it. I just think that this DNA is really, really good. It's, again, not everybody's going to like this type of thing. So, you know, make sure you have that in the back of your head when you're going into it. But if you do want something that's rugged, strong, just not kind of what you're usually getting out of a lot of designer and niche releases, this is something you're going to want to check out. I mean, it really has like a rugged, earthy, textured smell to it that is just relatively uncommon. This isn't the type of thing that you smell all the time. Herrera Iris Empire is up next. This one's got iris, dark chocolate, and a nice leather accord. This one, and I've said this before, I still remember exactly where I was when I smelled this for the first time. You want me to tell you? I'll tell you anyway if you want me to or not. It was in the laundry room of our old house, okay? Yeah, I'm dead serious. I think the reason why this one stuck with me so much is because it reminds me of the usual iris DNA, kind of that, you know, Dior Homme Intense, Valentino Uomo Intense sweet style. But the leather in here reminds me of the same type of leather used in Herrera CH Men Privé. And I almost get a little bit of that faint whiskey smell with that leather too. It almost is like CH Men Privé meets Dior Homme Intense, Valentino Uomo Intense, that type of thing. Chocolatey, sweet, leathery with just a hint of like a whiskey pop. Whether that's just me connecting that to Privé and that's why I get it or not, I don't know. But even when I try to erase that from my mind and I smell it off the opening, I still get that. If nothing else, the leather in here just works really well with all of the other notes. I love the sweetness. I love the iris. I love that gourmand facet that it has as well from the dark chocolate. This, even though it might sound similar to other iris scents, it really isn't. It's kind of in its own little world here, just with how it's blended. And I love everything about it. I wish it was more affordable. That's the one thing. It's going to be out of a lot of people's budget. You just might not be willing to spend that much money, especially for a Herrera scent, right? Carolina Herrera. Nothing wrong with the brand. I think a lot of people, though, when you're looking at $250, you're probably looking at niche brands, you know, whether it's PDM or, Xerjoff, Kilian, whatever, right? The list goes on. There's tons. You might not want to spend that on a premium high-end designer. You might want to throw that into niche. So something to keep in mind. The price is up there, but to me, it's well worth it. I don't care what brand it's from. This could be a Creed or anything, Bond number 9. I don't care. If it smells like this, I don't care what brand it is. That's how good it is. I love it. I don't want it to be any more expensive than it is, but I do think it is worth the price that it goes for on discounters. It's really good, great quality, a great performance to back it all up. The new Guerlain L'Homme Ideal Parfum. This one's got almond, patchouli, a nice amaretto note in here, and quite a bit of leather too. It's currently the newest addition in the line, and it makes sense. I mean, they have an eau de parfum, an intense, an extreme. They've had a few fresh ones over the years. They've even had a sport, but just now a parfum. So are we going to be getting an elixir next year? Probably at some point, maybe not next year, because they're not quite on a once a year program like some of these other designer or technically niche brands are. So who knows? I have pretty good confidence that if they do put out an elixir, it's going to be really good, because aside from sport, all of their releases have been hits, in my opinion. They haven't put out really a bad one necessarily. Sport is just, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but everything else has been amazing. This one, no exception. And it is exactly what I love, right? I love boozy flankers, fragrances with a little bit of an alcohol accord in them. It takes the classiness to the next level a lot of the times. Depending on the type of note and how it's used, it could give it a little bit more of like a party feel or like a clubbing scent. Most of the time, though, it just gives it that extra layer of sophistication, and that is definitely the case here. Mixing with that classic almond DNA, this one is a work of art, and I am so happy that they put it out. I'm so happy that it smells like this. There's nothing I would change about it. Already on discounters for about $100. That is not bad at all. I mean, that's really not too far off from the others. Well, maybe about $20, $25 or more than the eau de parfum, the extreme, whatever, which just isn't, a huge amount. And I think for what you're getting, it's well justified. We do have samples of this one up on our website now, finally, at decantcenter.com. If you want to try before you commit to a full-size bottle, go check us out. We've got free shipping over $49, some of the best prices in the game. Great rewards. We ship every day of the week to help you get your scent as fast as possible. Speaking of Kilian, a little while ago, I just had to do it. Straight to Heaven, just the original. Now, they have over the years put out a few flankers, which I am lucky enough to have picked up over the years. So that would be Kilian Straight to Heaven Extreme, which was a fight. I was checking back on, I think it was either Harrods or another one, Selfridges or Harrods, one of the two. They had it listed there but sold out. There was a point where I was checking that page every day, every single day. Never came in stock there, okay? At least I don't think. Maybe it did. Somewhere along the way, though, I finally ended up getting a bottle. And like I said, it was hard. There's also Straight to Heaven Oud and Musk Special Blend. I've got that one too. But because those are very hard to find, the original is going to have to do. And to be fair, the original is plenty. The Extreme, it's nice to have, but I never wear it because it's so rare. I just wear this one all the time. So this is the one to get. It's the one that you can get anywhere, retail, discounters, whatever it may be. It is one of the most realistic rum, bourbon scents I've ever tried. It smells like an aged whiskey barrel of sorts. It's got rum, dried fruits, a lot of cedar wood, a lot of patchouli, and a little bit of nutmeg. It feels wasteful to do that. But I mean, words cannot describe the opening, and just throughout the entire scent, but the opening especially, I can't really describe it to you as best as I would like to, just how special this scent is. It's phenomenal. This is also going to be one that not everybody's going to like. Full disclosure, right? Not everybody's into this type of thing. It is on the more extreme side of things as far as a boozy scent is concerned. You know, it's realistic, and not everybody likes that. So should be kind of thought of ahead of time before trying it or buying it or whatever. But I know a lot of you guys are in a situation where you just know what you like. You have taste that aligns with mine. You have hundreds of fragrances, have tried multiple things, and you know what you like. If you like this type of thing, you're gonna like this. The price is the only drawback, but that's not even necessarily horrible. I mean, you can get it on discounters. They're 50 ml bottles. They do offer these in hundreds now, but typical 50 ml bottle like this, they're refillable, so that can save you some money in the long run too. They're not insane. They're not any more than a Xerjoff or a Creed or something when we're talking price per mil or anything like that. It's a really, really good quality, good performing niche scent that is just truly something special. Let's go to a cheapie, all right? This video has been kind of on the expensive side here. I apologize. Let's bring it back down to earth with a $30 scent, 30 to 35. Bentley from In Absolute. This is all about the pink pepper, the cedarwood, and the papyrus. That's basically it. Very dry, very woody, very spicy. I'm going to double down on the word dry. Okay, it's a very dry cedarwood, and that's what I love about it. Not everybody's going to like that, but I do. And it reminds me a lot of Gucci Guilty, well, no, Gucci Pour Homme 1, not Gucci Guilty. Gucci Pour Homme 1, the kind of square rectangle bottle with the amber color, right? It came before Gucci Guilty. It came before Gucci Pour Homme 2, right? Gucci Pour Homme 1. They're all discontinued. All the good Gucci scents of those days are gone. Gucci Rush, Envy, Pour Homme 1, Pour Homme 2, they're all gone. But luckily, we can get this one, which is very similar to that for, cheapy price, essentially. This one kind of has a little bit of a whiskey opening as well, even though it's not listed off. And it's not even necessarily just like a perfumer's alcohol smell that you might expect it to be. Like you actually get just a nice, bright, sweet whiskey off the opening. That does start to dissipate as you start getting into the spices and all of the dry cedar wood. But I do really like that opening. It is nothing short of amazing to me that this is 30 bucks. I mean, this truly smells like it could be going for $50, $60, $70 on discounters. I'm being serious. I don't say that about everything. There are a lot of scents in this price range that smell like they're $30. Quite frankly, some might smell like they should be $10 or $15. This one well exceeds the price that it goes for in terms of quality and blend. These Bentley from In scents are some of the best affordable ones out there. We're actually going to go with the Creed up next. They don't really get a whole lot of attention here on the channel anymore, and I just feel like, well, they kind of went about things in a weird way, and maybe people just aren't as excited about Creed as they used to be. That's just my guess. I could be wrong. Let me know down below. What do you think about Creed these days? I just feel like they fell out of the spotlight as other brands like PDM and plenty of other trendy niche have gone popular. I don't know. Now, Aventus is still one of my all-time most worn scents, one of my all-time most complimented fragrances. It was my wedding day scent this past year, if you were curious or not. I've said that before. Still a special scent that I wear all the time, but everybody knows it. Everybody's tired of it. This is a Creed that you really don't hear about all that often, and it's a really good one. It's actually Royal Oud. So it has a little bit of oud as you would expect, but really they should have called this one Royal Cedarwood. I remember I said that like 5 or 6 years ago, back when I was talking about this scent a lot more. It's more cedarwood and pink pepper than oud, but oud sounds better, and because they have oud in the title, this can be more expensive. Because it is. This retails for more than Aventus, Silver Mountain Water, and all of the others do. But you can get it on discounters for substantially less, mid $200 range, low 300s. And I think it is a fantastic pickup if you want a classy, woody, masculine men's scent. Last up for this video, we're gonna finish it on a more affordable note, but not cheapy. It's Ferragamo Oud. Going from one wearable oud to another. Now this one, it's got leather, it's got rum, it's got tobacco, and a little bit of oud as well, but a bunch of other woods too. So it's a lot of cedar, a bit of sandal, and a little bit of oud too, just enough to where they can name it oud and charge more for this than they do a lot of the other Ferragamo scents. And that's a true story. Just look at the facts, guys. It's not me making stuff up. It's not me hating on any of these brands. Versace Pour Homme Oud Noir, more expensive than Dylan Blue and Versace Pour Homme. This, more expensive than every other Ferragamo fragrance ever, right? Creed Royal Oud, same deal. You got the Gucci Oud scent that is in a little square bottle that is 140, 150 bucks. I could go on, there's many more. But yeah, this is a fantastic wearable, masculine, classic woody scent that smells fantastic and gonna be still a nice entry level and relatively affordable oud scent. Great for fall and winter. Alrighty guys, that's gonna do it for me. Some fantastic fragrances that I just really think some of these are just too good to be true. We're lucky to have these because they are just done to perfection. I will link all of these down below. If you're looking for full bottles, check out the links. If you're looking to try before you buy, check out the links. We have a few of these up on our website, decantcenter.com. I already told you about that. If you're looking to try before you buy, find your next signature scent while saving a ton of money and keeping yourself from making a potentially costly mistake, that'll be the place you want to go. We ship every day of the week all across the US and Canada if you're up there and want to place an order too. So yeah, check us out. We'd love to earn your business and help you out. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.